coming soon. I'll explain in the Storm Tracker 22 forecast.
And an annual Thanksgiving tradition returns here to Pooler. I'll tell you why so many people are lined up behind me coming up.
Historic deaths in California as crews battle another wildfire. I'm Jared Hill in Washington with how the president is stepping in to show his support.
Covering Southeast Georgia and the Lowcountry, this is WJCL 22 Morning News.
Good morning. It's 6:30 on Friday, November 16th. I'm Riley Miller. We'll get to all of those headlines in just a moment. But first, a check of the weather. Here's a live look from our Skyview 22 camera at the Homewood Suites on the river. Meteorologist Jonathan Myers is standing by with your forecast. Jonathan, a cold start to the day. Are we going to see a warm up?
You know, we will see warmer temperatures than yesterday afternoon, Riley, but still well below our seasonal average. We're going to struggle again today to get out of the 50s, probably only about 60 later this afternoon, but we will finally see that sunshine making a nice return across the area. Already the last of the clouds are just about pushed off the coast. So out the door for school this morning at the bus stops, 35 degrees with that breeze out of the northwest. It's feeling more like low 30s this morning, so it's even feeling colder than that 35. 60 degrees later this afternoon, but sunshine for us even after school today. And all the clouds are out of here to the north of us, where that nor'easter moving across the northeast this morning, bringing snow continue for parts of New York and a good part of the northeast. Now, other than the cold temperatures this morning, sunshine in the forecast today, and promise everyone will finally see some milder weather just in time for the upcoming weekend. I'll detail this weekend forecast in less than 10 minutes.
Jonathan, thank you. Well, this morning, nearly half of the country is still dealing with the impacts of a major nor'easter. Here's a live look at New York City right now, where many were caught off guard by the early season winter storm. There was even gridlock during the height of the evening rush hour. States from the Carolinas to New England are being slammed with several inches of snow, and that's causing roads to be barely drivable. An uptick in accidents, some of them even deadly. Transportation hubs are also filled with thousands of stranded and frustrated passengers.
They're telling people to find alternative methods, but if you look at an Uber, it's $300 to get home.
More than 2,000 flights have also been canceled over the last 24 hours and nearly 8,000 flights delayed. And this morning, we checked the Savannah Hilton Head Airport's website. There are 2 flights departing to New York that are canceled, and 1 flight to D.C. is delayed. 6:32 and breaking news this morning out of Africa. Police in Zimbabwe say more than 40 people are dead after a bus accident. At least 20 others also hurt after the overnight crash. Right now, there are no details on the cause of that crash, but the Red Cross shows us that the bus is destroyed. Well, right now, dozens of people are waiting in line to get free dental care thanks to a local dentist's office. And our Stephen Moody is live in Pooler with more on Free Dental Day. And Stephen, there's a crowd out there hoping for those free services.
Absolutely, Riley. We have seen people lined up here all morning here at Howard Family Dental in Pooler. We've been here since around probably 4:50, and everybody has been waiting in line for now 6:30, where they begin to start handing out tickets. And joining me right now is Kelly Merritt with Howard Family Dental. Just kind of talk to me about what's going on here today, how long you guys have been doing this, and what are you most looking forward to?
Absolutely. So this started actually 10 years ago. This is our 10th anniversary of our free day of dentistry. It started just as an idea and a solution to the economic downturn at that time, back in 2008, by our founder, Dr. John Howard, and his daughter, Dr. Julie Howard, who's actually out here volunteering today. So it started as that, and today it's just evolved and grown, and we've brought in several community partners since then. So we'll have America's Second Harvest on site handing out free food. We'll have Jim Brown of Walgreens giving free flu shots and blood pressure checks. And then around 100 volunteers will be out here providing either free filling, extraction, or cleaning for everyone that's lined up today on this cold morning.
And you spoke about tradition for the last 10 years you guys have done this. Why is it so important for you to give back to the community that you serve?
Well, it's just, it's all about just giving back to the patients in our community right here. So many people are in need, especially around the holidays. It's good to kind of take a step back and get out of our tedious day-to-day routine that we all get very caught up in during the year, and just have these moments to share and hear these patients' stories and help them out. A lot of them are in pain, and today they're finally going to get out of that pain. So we're just so excited to help out and give back today.
All right, I'll let you get out of the cold. Thank you so much, Kelly, for joining me. And this is open to the first 200 people in line. So if you haven't gotten in line yet, get on down to Howard Family Dental here in Pooler. Reporting live here in Pooler, Stephen Moody, WJCL 22 News.
Stephen, thank you. Free food and flu shots will also be available. It's 6:35, and today the Savannah City Council is holding day 2 of its budget retreat. They're meeting again at 8:30 this morning in Port Wentworth. The city's proposed 2019 budget includes more than $92 million going toward police and the fire department. City staff is proposing to eliminate 15 vacant positions within the fire department in the next year. One alderman thinks the city needs to take another look at fire department expenses.
While some people are concerned about cutting some of the positions and an engine, the fact is that when you compare us to other communities, I'm not so sure that we're not still more expensive to operate, and so we need to look at that.
The University of Georgia will do a comprehensive study on the fire department in January. City council members will review fire department costs again when that report is released. Well, we are a little more than 2 weeks into the Beaufort County plastic bag ban, and already it's stirring up some strong feelings. But one nonprofit, the Palmetto Ocean Conservancy, is working to make the transition easier, offering up some tips for folks in the Lowcountry. The first suggestion for shoppers: leave reusable bags or totes in your car so you always have them with you. If you use paper bags, try doubling them up for heavier items so they don't rip. The group also says be patient. Like most things, change can be difficult, but with time, become easier. The nonprofit says while this ban is challenging for many right now, it's shaping up for a better future.
I think the younger generation is going to be adjusted to that process versus us, that we're trying to adjust to it. So everything is difficult in the beginning stages. But like I said before, when you're raised within that environment, we're raised disposable nation. They're not going to be. So it's going to be their norm.
By the way, the Palmetto Ocean Conservancy is also hosting a beach cleanup event this Sunday. If you'd like to take part, it's happening at Burke's Beach starting at 8 a.m. Well, Georgia is considering standardizing school calendars across the state. Lawmakers met to discuss that schedule Wednesday. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution shows the tourism industry would like to see longer summer breaks to help fill part-time jobs during travel season. A committee report isn't due until next month, but the paper reports they plan to meet one more time before the legislation session starts in January. And now to a story you kids will see first on WJCL. One community is rallying together and standing with a woman who is now out of a job after nearly 20 years. Carlotta Booker's position as a greeter at Walmart was recently eliminated. When Lindsay Ross and her family noticed Carlotta was gone, they started a petition. It now has close to 6,000 signatures. It's something Ross never expected.
And I just had hundreds of responses, and people got me in contact with her, and then I kind of just was like, you know, this is pretty much like everyone's on board with this. Let's start a petition and see if we can't just get them to notice, you know, how much she means to our community and how much everyone loves her. And not only does she mean a lot to the adults, but to the kids, you know.
From Walmart say they're trying to find something for Carlotta, but it's not yet clear what that will be. It's 6:38, and one organization is teaming up with a local school to make sure their students don't go without a Thanksgiving meal. Peach Belt Health Plan gave away 100 turkeys to Gold Elementary School families. It's something they do every year, and for some students at the school, the donation is their only way to enjoy a traditional Thanksgiving meal.
We all know it can be a very stressful time, and we do have some families who are in need, and this is a great program where they can come here and get a turkey and they can celebrate the holiday like most Americans do.
State Health Plan is also giving another 100 turkeys to another Venture Daycare.
Just about 20 minutes now before 7 o'clock, and we are seeing a cold start this morning, and even the low country starting out these temperatures into the 30s. Beaufort 42 by 9, lunchtime about 50 degrees, only about upper 50s for Beaufort later today, but you notice plenty of sunshine throughout the daytime. And here's where most spots will top things off today. We're going to struggle to get out of the 50s today, only probably around about 60 for many of us. 58 degrees for Beaufort, like I said, Savannah 59, and Bluffton also being the upper 50s. Statesboro today 57, but notice just plenty of sunshine as we go all the way through the day. More sunshine in the forecast for the weekend. I'll have the weekend forecast in 3 minutes.
Jonathan, thank you. It is 6:39, and President Trump will soon visit California after those devastating wildfires. Next, our Washington newsroom has a full report on that visit.